Hello, 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 Chicago Bears fan. Welcome to the Bears Den podcast number 63. We have a great show lined up for you guys tonight, despite the loss to the Ravens with the third string quarterback, but we're talking about that. Anyway, as always, please like us, follow us, subscribe to us, share our content, show us some love. You can find us on X, Facebook, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Don't be shy tonight. Send us your feedback. We love comments. We love when the audience interacts with us. And now let me introduce the rest of the Bears in the Den. Todd will be late. He'll be joining us later, but we got our most valuable guest here. Arthur joined us from T Formation Talk. And as always, we got the bad guy, Chicago Clarence, in the house. So what's up, guys? How we feeling after that loss? How we feeling? Good,
Pissed
bad?
off.
Pissed off? Well,
Pissed off.
Chicago Clarence, I'll let you kick it off. Why are you pissed off?
Well, you said it when you in the introduction. We played against a third string quarterback. I
Yes, we
think that
did.
when the schedule came out, everybody pretty much circled this game as a loss. You know, Baltimore is a perennial Super Bowl contender, but they had fallen on hard times this year. They were 1-5 at the start of this game. So then you take out they were missing their two-time NFL MVP in Lamar Jackson. And then we started to think that we had a shot. Their defense hadn't been good. They were 32nd and in a lot of defensive categories, team defense, and especially points given up. And we supposed to have a high-powered offense. So I liked our chances going into this game a lot, considering who we were going against. And to get, beaten by 2 touchdowns, it's just inexcusable to me on every level. And if didn't have nothing better to do and you decided to sit down and watch this game, then you were disgusted. We got outplayed in every facet of this football game. And I was shuddered to say that we got out coached as well, because our coordinators had a terrible day. And that goes for Ben Johnson calling the offensive plays. We couldn't get nothing going outside of the first 2 drives that we got 3 points out of each time. And the things that got me the most upset is we got double-digit penalties once again.
Yes, we did.
Pre-snap penalties. I'm not talking about holding, or I'm not talking about illegal blocking, whatever. I'm talking about false starts and illegal motion. This is stuff that you get taken care of in the off season and in practice, and we continue to have these problems. And it's beyond me to even put a finger on why people don't know the snap count. I know people were talking about Caleb Williams and his cadence changing up, but damn it, you guys don't know the snap count? You don't know if you're going on 2 or 3? And it's almost like every other play, somebody is moving early. It's mind-boggling to have 11 penalties. I mean, I think that's what we're averaging. We're the most penalized team in the league. We saw this in preseason. We were talking about it, and it ain't even been corrected. So, I mean, it's the Bears, man. It's the Bears. They will leave you speechless sometimes. I mean, I don't understand it. I just don't. I just don't. And before you kick it off to on this is my thing, bro. I don't want to hear nothing about injuries contributing to us losing this game. They had injuries too. They beat you by 2 touchdowns. I mean, you got your asses whooped. Caleb
Yes.
Williams throws a costly interception late in the game on their side of the 20-yard line. I mean, and an egregious throw. He throws the ball behind. I mean, a Doomsday, and he had Monunga wide open in the flat.
Yes, he did.
Continuing to try to force the ball into places where other people are running free. I mean, damn. I digress.
Arthur, what's your take on what you saw Sunday against the Ravens?
Yeah, and I'm with Clarence, man. Just to piggyback on that, I made a video about just
Yes, you did.
talking about Caleb Williams, and I'm not by far this is not his fault. By far this loss is not to blame. He like I said, he threw a good game, 85 yards, and by far I just want to make that clear, it's not his fault. But the thing is, you missing layups, and when I watched that pass to Roma Dunze, his feet work was his feet work killed him before he threw the ball. He's stunned. You know, he wasn't on his pivot. He stopped. He stared Roma Dunze down, and once you stare a wide receiver down, who you fooling? Webby came in and intercept the ball when you got Manunga in the flat. And those things are not gonna win us football games. You cannot make a bad decision fourth quarter and we going down the field like that. You just can't. You're messing up too intentional grounding and things like that. I mean, you're still making these missed layups and we're mid-season at this point. And I still believe in him. Don't get me
Yes.
wrong. I do think Caleb is I do think he's the quarterback. But if we was in the beginning of the season considering the Bears obviously might possibly making the playoffs, that's not a playoff team.
No.
Playoff team don't look like that. Playoff team don't have that many penalties off a snap count. I mean, we talking about basic stuff for football. I mean, these are things that we are in the NFL that you got to get cleaned up. And you've been talking about getting cleaned up, and we mid-season, and it still hasn't been cleaned up. I mean, special teams. Taylor kicks kicks the ball at the 1, and then you
Yes.
get busted for illegal formation. Like,
Right.
come on, like this is basic stuff
Yeah.
that you gotta that we still having a problem with.
That act,
And
that
I
actually,
see people talk about like, fans are overreacting, but this is why we overreact. This is why. Because you turn out, you go 4-0. Four wins in a row, and then you turn around and you make stupid mistakes like this.
yeah.
Like
I mean,
this is why you already see the stuff is coming, like you see the terror coming from a mile away.
my take on the game is, yeah, that kick you're talking about, that ended up being a 20-yard penalty. Instead of getting the ball on the 1, they ended up getting on the 20 something. So that's a 20-yard swing by that illegal formation. So it's plays like that. The intentional grounding, the one before the half was just killer. Like that was killer. Then we tried to hurricane Santos out there, and you knew he wasn't going to make it. He's being rushed. It was 58 yards. You knew he was not going to make that kick. In our defense, we got all this money invested in Deo and Sweat, and we cannot rush the quarterback. I mean, our Achilles heel, to me, is still the defense. We cannot rush the quarterback. We have never been able to rush the quarterback since Ryan Poles took over. He has not fixed this problem. And then when you put that together with a secondary that we're signing people off the street, as in case you didn't heard, we signed C.J. Gardner-Johnson off the street today. There's nothing wrong with him. He's probably going to play, but that's not good when we're band-aiding a team together and we can't rush the quarterback. I mean, that's just a recipe for disaster. I don't know how we're going to overcome this deficiency all year. And we lost our number 3 and number 4 defensive ends, and they weren't world beaters, but that increased the snap count for Montez and Deo. So by the end of the game, they're worn out because their snap count just went way up when we lost those two guys. I mean, I know Turner and Robinson weren't world beaters, but that was a big loss in that game because all we had left was Hardy off the bench. So there was a lot of I mean, to me, Caleb Williams did not play well. We can't get the ball in the red zone all of a sudden. We have this offensive guru, and we can't punch the ball in. And I don't know why we quit running the ball. Does anybody know why? Clarence, you know why? We were up 6-0. Yes, we should have gotten 7, but we dominated the first quarter. Ravens ran 3 plays. We dominated the first quarter running the ball. And it's like we got behind 7-6 and we went into panic mode and we just gave it up. We still should have kept pounding. The Ravens were a horrible defensive run team. We should have pounded that rock till we broke their will. But we decided to go off script and just throw the ball and throw the ball and throw the ball. I don't know why we abandoned the run in that game.
I'm going to tell you one of the reasons why. I'm going to tell you one of the reasons why. It's the damn penalties.
Yeah, it is.
Because when you keep getting these false starts that back you up 5 yards, that throws you behind, the chains, and this game right here, I think so far, maybe the first 2 games, they run blocking was horrible,
Yeah.
absolutely horrible. It's one of their worst run blocking games this season. Out of what do they reckon now? 4-3 out of the 7 games they've played. It's one of the worst run blocking efforts I saw out there. The pass blocking wasn't too bad, but Caleb Williams was under duress a few times.
Yes, he was.
At the end of the day, this is all about want to. Do you want to go out there and punch this team in the mouth? Do you want to go out there and throw your hat in the ring to say that you are right and that you are a bona fide playoff team? You can't have the other team's third-string quarterback play better than your starter. But that's what we saw Sunday. And the people who we are paid, on the defensive line, where were you guys at? Where were they? Where is our $100 million defensive end in Sweat? You showed up last week, but where were you Sunday? Where were you on 3rd down and 22 when Huntley had all damn day to throw the ball? Where were you? And while I'm on that play, Dennis Allen, what the fuck are we doing in the prevent defense? Why are you not going after them? You allow him to stand back there in the pocket and surgically take you apart with a bunch of scraps. It's inexcusable. Inexcusable. The Ohio State Buckeyes could have beaten the Baltimore Ravens on Sunday. But we found a way to not only lose the game, but get our asses whooped in the process. And that's what pisses me off. And people say, oh, well, the fans are overreacting. How are we overreacting when you're raising ticket prices? And you want us to come out there and support your product. And you keep charging us more money to do so. And then when they buy in and they sell the stadium out, you give them this nonsense. And you wonder why we're pissed. Caleb Williams is being outplayed by every other quarterback that was drafted in the same draft as him. And it ain't even close. Drake May is making him look horrible right now. And he's got less offensive talent on him than the Bears do. He has got to be better. In games like this, your quarterback has got to go out there and win the game for you. He can't be one of the reasons why you lose the game, because that interception was a backbreaker.
He gave up 7 points.
You can't do that. At that point in the game and at that point in the field, you can't make that throw. Now, Caleb Williams got blamed for the other time we were in the red zone and he sidearms a ball, but that was a position where DJ Moore was supposed to be. Why are the two not on the same page? And it's 7 games into this season, and they still not on the same page. Something is broken between them two. I don't know what it is. If it is the fact that Justin Fields is in New Jersey, then DJ Moore needs to get over it, because his ass is making over $20 million a year too.
28, I think.
And you don't even lead the team in receptions. You don't even lead the team in targets. But you lead the team on payday.
Mm-hmm.
And that's ridiculous.
Let me ask you guys something. This came up, I forget what show. Caleb Williams, we knew when we drafted him, he's theoretically not a system quarterback. Ben Johnson runs a very strict system. Ben Johnson believes that the plays will come in the system. He doesn't want ad-lib. He doesn't want hero ball. He believes the plays will come in the system. Todd, since you just joined us, can Caleb Williams be the system quarterback for Ben Johnson? I mean, that to me was the question before the year started. Are these two going to merge as one?
Yeah, I don't think he can be 100% a system quarterback. It's just not what he is. And, some of his best plays are him just rolling out and just flinging it 40 yards. It's usually Swift on the end of that stuff. He's done that several times. And you can't take that away from him because that's special. But can he be an 80% system quarterback, maybe, but he can't. He's not going to be. And I really like Jared Goff. You know,
he's not a system quarterback.
He's not going to be Jared Goff, who's 100% that system quarterback.
Yes,
but no, and I don't think it would be right for him to be that. But he's got to be more than 50% of it, and that's probably where he is right now.
I mean, in college, he was in shotgun almost exclusively. Now we're asking him to line up under center.
But that's not uncommon. A lot of those guys, especially the top ranked guys coming out, are 85, 90% shotgun quarterbacks, and that's always the big thing. Can you play under center? That's always one of the when they're assessing draft picks or whatever. Can he learn that? But it's 2 years now, so he needs to be. He's better under center than he was last year, but last year he had no experience at it. So,
I mean, I think a lot of us are losing patience as Bears fans because we see Drake May. Why can't he look like that? We saw Jaden Daniels last year. Why can't he look like that?
Yeah, I
mean, he should look like that because he's the first pick.
When they talk about the guys that are the second year growth, I mean, I think I've never seen at least. I don't think I've ever seen a guy take a step in the second year as defined under what they want to see. Drake May is just like look it up in the encyclopedia. This is the guy that this is what a second year step looks like right now for him. And so.
I mean, Arthur, is Caleb Williams gonna be the system quarterback that Ben Johnson wants?
If he want to stay with his team, I mean, he's gonna have to be. I mean, NFL football, I mean, when it comes, I mean, you look at Ben Johnson's track record, what he done in Detroit. You see how well the system works. So he plays well when it's scripted. The first 2 drives of the Baltimore game, he was.
That's been pointed out as well.
He knew exactly where to go with the ball. It was perfect, and it got him down to the red zone. Now I think there's a balance when it comes down to play when it's scripted and play when it's unscripted. He has to figure that balance of when to play superhero football and when not to play. I mean, if you're going down 2 drives and we could have scored, you realize the system works. So keep up with that. It's something that he has to fill out for himself. But I mean, I think Ben Johnson is giving him the pieces to succeed. Honestly, I mean, I think he's making it simple for him. I mean, I don't know if you've seen when Ben Johnson was mic'd up and he was calling plays. They ain't long plays. He's calling McCaskey, things like that. He's making it pretty simple for him to execute. Really, is all about executing the play and just knowing when to play superhero football. Every play or every possession, you don't have to play superhero football. If you feel like you can extend the play out, go for it. But just extend the play and playing backyard football just to bomb it down. I mean, in the case of the last play of the game when he bombed it down to DJ Moore, that's something that happens when we in that type of position. But we first quarter, second quarter, we don't need all of that. Stick to the script and play your game.
So Clarence, is Caleb Williams the right quarterback for Ben Johnson's offense? I mean, Ben Johnson, to me, I think wants his system. Like, he doesn't want hero ball, and to me, he wants the system to work. Like Todd just said, Jared Goff was the perfect system quarterback for him.
This is my thing, and forgive me if it doesn't answer your question. I'm tired of trying to figure out the quarterback for Chicago Bears. I'm tired of it. And I don't hold Ben Johnson accountable all the way for this, but you said that you came to Chicago for that dude. So my question is, why isn't it working? We're paying you $13.5 million a year to figure it out. In 2 years, Caleb Williams is going to want the bag.
Yeah,
I don't care about the system or whatnot. In 2 years, you're going to want us to pay you $55 to $60 million a freaking year to play football. And you're telling me it matters whether you're in shotgun or not? Fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous that we're still talking about quarterback with the Bears. We're supposed to have this figured out by now. You said we needed a competent play caller. You went out there and got one of the best at it. And here we are 7 weeks into the season, and we can't score in the red zone. We lead the league in pre-snap penalties.
Again.
Come on. What are we doing here? We got a guy that can't make layups. I can make some of the throws that he's supposed to be making. And he can't do it. A simple fight. You're not seeing the field. You got guys open. And you're not seeing them. You're missing them. And then your situational football IQ is terrible. You got against the clock. You need to be running out of bounds.
So
I mean,
here's
all
my
of this
thought.
stuff is affecting them.
Go ahead, Todd.
So, we say that Ben Johnson plays with a system quarterback. Well, that's what he had. He had
Yes,
Jared Goff.
he did.
And Jared Goff fits it. So I believe him when he says he wants to come here for this quarterback because, I can teach him to run my system, but also he's not limited to just doing that. And I can expand my office and I don't get tagged as a coach that just runs a system quarterback. I mean, if he wants to run a system quarterback, we've got a system quarterback. We've got a system quarterback sitting on the bench that, he may have 85% of Jared Goff's arm strength, but other than that, man, he looks a lot like him. I mean, if you just the way they play, and he's a smart kid, he understands he understands where he's supposed to be, the whole deal. We have that guy on the roster. If it comes down to it, do we make a deal? I mean, I don't even want to think that way because I think that Ben Johnson wants to be a guy that says, I can play with a system quarterback, but I can also play with a budding superstar or a guy who can do more than that. He's just had 2 bad weeks, and the second week wasn't horrible. The week before when they won, he was bad.
Yeah,
he hasn't put a full game together yet, Todd. He played 7 games. He has not played well a full game.
He has had times where in the fourth quarter they've put it on his shoulders and he's made it work. He's had drives, and so it hasn't been a complete failure that way. He just needs to have a good week this week.
Those were against horrible defenses.
Well, we can't control who we
the
play.
Las Vegas Raiders defense is worse than ours by a mile.
Well,
and
the Bengals defense is terrible too.
I'm not throwing him away. Don't get me wrong. I'm not throwing him away. All I'm saying is I want to see better. I'm tired of seeing this nonsense.
I do too.
When I saw Sunday, I'm tired of seeing that.
Yeah.
We mid-season. I mean, these are things that can be fixed. I mean, you had Max Crosby picking you out. Like he's still doing the same thing. He ain't eyeing down Roma Dunze, threw a pick in the Saints game. He's doing the same thing. It's like, what did you learn from last week? The week before that? Like what why are we still having these issues? These are things that can be nipped in the bud pretty quick. And he's always been,
and that's where I'm at.
When you look at him last season, he was there. He was looking at his options 1, 2, 3, and then if he got to throw it out or if he got to run, scramble, extend the play, he had that. Now it seems like if you see his feet is choppy. He's eyeing down Roma Dunze. We got even way weapons than last year. So it's like, what are we confused about? Like what are we doing here?
The thing that I watch him play and I watch his reactions, and I'm not 100% sure he wants it as bad as we want it for him, and that's what bothers me. I mean, that's just.
I mean, I want it bad.
Stuff. And the same thing with DJ. It's like, well, the whole city wants it. I mean, millions of people want it, and he needs to want it more than that. That's the thing that I'm not seeing with him. That's what bothers me about him right now.
I mean, I want it bad. I want this to work. I want Caleb Williams to be our franchise quarterback and Ben Johnson to be our franchise coach.
I mean,
I don't want to talk about quarterback and coach. We
suffered through the tanking seasons to get this guy. We suffered through week after week of losing, and a lot of times looking really, really bad at losing to get this guy, being the laughing stock of the whole entire league. We have suffered enough, and I'm not saying all of this is on him, but as we know in the NFL, the quarterback tends to get more than deserved credit, and the same thing with the blame. But the whole team was trash on Sunday, and that includes the coaching. I don't know what kind of game plan was out there to attack the Baltimore Ravens, But what they displayed on there ain't it. And I don't want to hear about injuries because every NFL team goes in and they play with injuries. And somehow they figure out how to beat a team they supposed to beat.
Yeah.
We ain't got that down packed yet. I don't care about the secondary. Those guys are getting paid too. They didn't just decide to show up in Baltimore and play for free. We paid them. We paid them to get out there and to perform better than what they showed us. And the defensive game plan that Dennis Allen had to sit back in zone all day, and you don't think Huntley has the ability to sit back in a clean pocket and pick you apart? You found out the hard way that he does. Most NFL quarterbacks can do that if they don't have nobody. We didn't even blitz.
No.
So, don't be surprised when you get your butt handed to you like we did. And don't be surprised when Bear fans are pissed off.
So let me ask you something, Arthur. Let me ask you something, Arthur. This is coming up a lot on social media. Colston Loveland, I got nothing against the kid. Should we have drafted him 10th? The way this season's unfolded and we see our weaknesses, we clearly see where we're deficient, which is on the defensive line. Should we have drafted Colston Loveland? We really haven't gotten a bang for our buck out of him.
I was always getting a running back. And until this day, it's still I'm still trying to accept the fact that we got a tight end right now. And I do like Loveland, but
he's not getting used. We're getting no return on the investment.
It's like they draw the first pass play every game to him, and we don't see him again until the fourth quarter.
And it's looking like it was a bad idea. Like it was looking like they kind of dropped that pick, in my opinion. Because we mid-season, you still haven't found out how to get him involved, and he's these penalties is partially his fault too. He's every time he get on the line, he's false starting as well. So it's like I don't understand what's going on. I really don't. And at this point, it's looking like we should never drafted him. We should have just went with RB.
We love to draft injured players. Like he missed most of camp. He came in, he wasn't right. It's like, well, he's going to be fine. And he probably will be fine, but he did miss most of camp and a lot of that stuff. But this far in the season, there's no excuse for it. They practice, but it's ridiculous from that standpoint. There's not a defensive lineman. The running back would have been Omarion Hampton, and he was having a pretty solid year, and then he got hurt too. So, there was nobody. We weren't going to reach for either the Ohio State backs. At that point. And there hasn't been a defensive lineman in that range ranked in that, scored out as a first round defensive lineman that's made any difference. Actually, some of them have looked pretty bad. Ken Grant and Mike Green, those guys, they've had pretty rough rookie seasons. So it's the thing that hurts is that Tyler Warren's had a great rookie season.
That hurts.
It's killing me. It's always another player that's having the best rookie season besides going on the Bears.
I would say probably 80% of draft guru boards had Warren ahead of Loveland. So, but maybe 85.
I don't dislike Loveland. I'm not saying he's not going to be great, but we took him at 10th.
No, I know.
At 10th.
Yeah,
we need to be getting a major return on our investments.
There were teams that called about him at 10.
Yes,
we should have taken those calls. I know the Rams were real interested at 10.
That
I think they were at 26. Would have taken Hampton out of play, but something probably could have been done.
I don't think it's his fault either. I think, like Arthur said, the first 15 scripted plays, it looks like he's scripted in, and then when it goes off script, he's nowhere to be seen the rest of the game.
It's not the first. It's generally the first pass goes to Colston Loveland, and then he'll catch his second pass in the fourth quarter. And
that's somewhere in between he false starts.
Right, exactly.
Twice.
Exactly.
Let me ask you guys something. The Chicago Bears, our team, are they just happy with being mediocre? Do any of you guys see a blue chip 5-star player at any position on this team? Can anybody name one right now without thinking about it? There's going to be an all-pro player this year. Who is it going to be?
Well, Joe Tooney was, but he's old,
I mean, Joe Tooney is probably our closest thing.
He's probably almost the best player on here. I mean,
he is the best player.
Honest.
And our defensive, look, we've said it a couple weeks now that old man Kevin Byard and Tremaine Edmonds have been our defensive MVP.
But are they 5-star blue chip players?
No.
And are they a building block for us?
Byard might have been 6 or 7 years ago, and so was Tooney 6 or 7 years ago. But no, they're guys that might be. Tooney will be back next year.
Yes,
maybe Byard's back next year. No, going forward, our brightest star, other than Caleb,
is Rome.
Is Rome. Yeah.
He's barely though. Rome is barely. I mean, Rome is nice. He's doing good.
Top 20 receiver in the league.
So sometimes he does drop the ball, but I am ready to see. I'm ready to see a pass from him.
Yeah.
When it's a 50-50 ball and he brings it down, then that'll give me my all right. He's a
1A receiver. He's not a number one receiver. If you say these guys are the number one guys, he's a top 20. So he's like a 1A receiver with potential still to get better.
Because DJ Moore, you could pop the ball up on a 50-50 ball. He's grabbing it.
I mean, I look at this team.
I would try to deal DJ for any kind of edge rush at this point, but that's me.
I mean, I look at this team and I just see average. Montez Sweat, we're paying him to be a superstar, and he's not. He's average at best. That might be being nice.
We're not paying him to be a superstar. He's a $20 million player.
Odedingbo, we're paying him to be and he's average.
$15 million. The
Chicago
top.
Clarence, do you see a five-star blue chip player on this team at any position? Can you name one without thinking about it?
The closest. I mean, listen. When healthy, Jalen Johnson is that guy. But the problem is he's hardly ever healthy. This team as a whole is soft. They are soft as a whole. So many soft tissue injuries. It boggles the mind how people it's your job to be in shape. And we have so many guys coming out of the offseason that can't even start the season because they're hurt. How's that happen? It's your job to be in shape. Kyler Gordon comes in, he plays 3 quarters, and now he's out 4 more games.
He's a top 10 nickel back, which that doesn't make him a top 10 cornerback. He's a top 10 slot cover guy, but he's hurt all the time. When he's healthy, he's a top 10 slot guy.
Is it fair to have the conversation about Kyler Gordon the way we had the conversation about Tevin Jenkins? Kyler Gordon does not play a full season ever either. It's absolutely fair. Is it fair? Guys,
it's absolutely fair. Because
like I always say,
the best ability is availability. And if you can't give me that, what I need you for?
Todd, is it fair to start having that conversation? We had it with Tevin Jenkins. We wanted to run him out of town.
Because Tevin Jenkins was never a top 10 guard or tackle.
No, he wasn't.
He was in a top 50 guard or tackle in the league. But we drafted him hurt. Yes. Gordon plays reckless, and that comes with injuries. No, I'm not ready to say that. I might lump him in with Brisker. It's not concussion, but it's little tic-tac, little things that keeps him out weeks at a time. No, I'm not ready to say that.
Arthur, are you ready to have a conversation about Gordon?
Yeah,
I like Gordon as much as anybody, but
I think he's a top. Yeah, he's a top nickel. He's great when he's healthy, and I mean, with just that statement, he's great when he's healthy.
But
when you can't play a full season, it's that time to have that conversation. I mean, you got to look at the track record. Haven't played really a full season.
We never paid Jenkins. We didn't sign him to a second deal. We're paying Gordon. He's getting good nickel money. I mean, he's, as far as guys that just play the slot, he's in the top 5 and getting paid, I think, right now in the league.
And that's one of the problems.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. Yep. Too much money. Too much money given to players that
he's like 11,
that's always injured.
We're not getting our return back for the money that we've invested, particularly on this defense. We're not getting our return back. I mean, our number one guy has not even played yet. He wasn't even in training camp. This is the stuff that we're dealing with.
Yeah. As soon as he get played, he's out. As soon as he play, he's out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's 10 million annual.
Yeah. So Todd, you said something quickly today.
Mm.
Our old buddy C.J. Gardner Johnson got signed. Booker got activated, which isn't a surprise. He had to be. I mean, this guy, if you remember him correctly, he's the one that got into the fight with or provoked Javon Wims in the playoff game with the Saints. And that turned out to be our last time at Wild Wing Cafe because the very next year they went corporate. But
yeah, that's right.
So Todd, he's going to start. I think he's going to be our starting spot.
He's starting Sundays. He's starting in Gordon's spot. They're going to play him in the nickel. Look, I love the signing. I mean, he's a little past his prime, but he will hit you in the mouth, and that's. I mean, I say this almost every week. You give me a defensive back that'll tackle first instead of play the ball first, or I'm going to be a sticky cover guy. That's all great and everything. You give me a guy that a receiver doesn't want to, a slot receiver doesn't want to come across because he knows he's going to get smacked in the mouth. I'll take that guy every time. I mean, Johnson has a bad reputation,
he
for
does.
some 30 hits, and he's going to get penalties because that's his reputation, and that's what's going to happen. But also, those guys are going to think twice. They're going to want to know where he's at when they make their cut across the middle. So I love it.
Clarence, Arthur, you want to add in anything on C.J. Johnson getting signed today? Any thoughts?
I mean, it's just like being down at the end of a football game and having to throw a Hail Mary. I mean, that's what this is. We had no choice. We had to do something. Matter of fact, I would suffice to tell you, we should be doing more. Yeah. With the injuries we have, we should be doing absolutely more. Other teams are making moves. So
there were trades in the last 2 days for for rotational linemen, and we should have been in on that.
We should have been in on them.
Other teams been making moves this whole. Since the season started, and we've been quiet. So
what are we doing?
Yeah, I mean, it's a need. I like it. I like the signing. I think it's good for us, but it's a need that we have. I mean, we got Nashawn right out there. He's getting beat on every rip. Cloud came in. He was getting beat on every rip. I mean, we have no one in the back besides Kevin Byard back there by himself. So it's a need that we need to get CJ. But I like the signing. Hopefully he can work out in the locker room and teach the young cats something. But hopefully make a change. But it's a Bears need, and we should, like Clarence said, we need to be doing more right now. I'm surprised we've been quiet this whole time.
If I'm not mistaken, the trade deadline is Tuesday of next week.
Yeah.
I mean, we did activate Austin Booker, but I don't know that he's going to be. I'm hoping he can do something for us.
I mean, if he can play at all, he's going to have to play.
Yeah, he's gonna. You're right. So we have no third and fourth defensive end right now.
But both of the coaches have history with Johnson. I mean, last year he was with Dennis Allen, and he was with the Lions in 2023 when Ben Johnson was there. So they both know the player and they know the locker room situation with him. So hopefully, but if it's his half the season and gone next year, that's not going to surprise me at all. I mean, he's somewhere else every year for a reason.
Yes. He reminds me a lot of Tyreek Stevenson. Always seems to be in the scuffle. Always seems to be in trouble.
Yeah, team them up. That'll be great.
So guys, the injury report today. Are you guys concerned with 4 wide receivers on our injury report? I mean, it's no secret Burden had a concussion. We know DJ Moore went to the hospital following the Saints game. I don't know really what's going on with Odunze in the heel. I mean, are we concerned? And Oz is on here with a knee. Are we concerned?
No. I'm not that concerned. The only thing that does point out is that DeAndre Swift been messing with his groin for the past couple weeks. And I'm not sure what's the extent, how serious it is, but it seems like it's ongoing, and hopefully they can work things out with that and he heals heals pretty good. But that he's keep popping up on that groin, and that's a little bit concerned, but I mean, it's Wednesday, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much of that is, not that they're veterans, but they get that whole We'll see what tomorrow's look like. It'll be concerning if they're all 4 on there tomorrow. The Luther concussion thing, have they said anything about that? I mean, that's probably the most legit of guy that's coming this time. It would be that.
I would think he might be out. He probably, you know, they have the
concussion.
stages with the concussion protocol. So I mean, if he's on there now, most likely you probably won't be playing Sunday.
So Clarence, let me ask you something. Ben Johnson next year. You think there's going to be a lot of turnover this offseason? I do. I think a lot of these players he's going to weed out. I don't think a lot of these players will be on this roster next year. How do you feel about this roster next year? I think he's going to gut it. I really do. Some of these players that are underperforming and not bringing the lunchbox to lunch, I think he's going to cut them or find a way to trade them or move them.
Well, for me, I'm not going to move off of what I said this past offseason. If we go into this offseason and we don't address the edge rusher, if we don't address the running back room, you know, those are problems.
We haven't done that under polls yet.
I mean, those are problems, and it's rearing its head yet again. You know, and making me look like the genius that I think that I am from time to time. But I mean, you know, hey, I called it. I said the whole time when we set up there and drafted Loveland. I was pissed at that move because if we were going to draft a tight end, then we drafted the wrong one. I said it on draft night. You guys said it. We couldn't figure it out. But we all agreed that we needed an edge rusher. We cannot get to the quarterback. And sometimes you will prefer not to have to blitz to put pressure on the opposing quarterback. But we can't do it. Hell, we can't even get there when we blitz half the damn time. So we definitely need somebody on the opposite sweat. And hell, I'm almost at the point to where we need to replace his ass because he ain't earning his money. No. But we know we need an edge rusher. We know we need a running back. And those are 2 must-haves in this offseason. As far as your point about him gutting his play, I mean, I get it. You know, you don't perform, but you're getting paid, you get replaced. That's what we should be talking about.
So, guys, let's change gears. We do have a football game this Sunday. We match up against the Cincinnati Bengals, and that is not my graphic. Someone made that online, and I love it. It's for Halloween, so I figured I'd use it. So it looks like we're going into the same situation we done last week. We don't know if Joe Flacco is going to play. He's 50-50. Arthur, who do you think should win this game? Bengals, Bears. And we're coming off an embarrassing loss. And after Dallas, after the embarrassing loss to the Lions, we stepped up against Dallas. That was probably our best game of the year. So, Arthur, who wins this game?
I mean, depending on how this injury list is going to look tomorrow, but the Bears should win this by a long shot, even with Joe Flacco playing. I mean, it don't matter who playing that QB, the Bears should be winning, honestly. I mean, that's stuff that they can't pull the same stuff they pull with the Ravens coming into the Bengals. I do think the Bears gonna turn around and they'll come out with the win, especially having a little help from CJ to, you know, take care of Jamar Chase. And
so ESPN has us as 2.5-point favorites, 53% odds to win this game. Todd, I don't know about Arthur. I mean, I love him, but Joe Flacco can still sling that rock. You got elite wide receivers in Cincinnati. Jamar Chase and T. Higgins are elite. Our secondary is beat up. We can't rush the quarterback. Todd, who wins this game Sunday?
I think we lose. And I almost never go against this, but
no, you don't.
I don't like this matchup at all.
I do not either.
I hope they can pull it together. We're going to have to score some points because they're going to score. You know, and they've struggled to run the ball, but they have a decent running back. If they can push our line around, I guess just because it's a home game, I'm assuming that's why we're the favorite on this thing. But I don't like it.
I don't like it either. I know Joe Flacco is, 41, 42. His arm is still plenty good enough to get the ball to Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. Chicago Clarence, who wins this game on Sunday?
The Chicago Bears is going to win this game, and they're going to win this game by double digits. And I'm going to tell you
why.
All
right.
And listen to this guy.
the Cincinnati Bengals have a worse defense than what we just faced Sunday.
Yes,
their
they
defense
do.
is right on par with the Vegas Raiders and the Dallas Cowboys. It's bad. We should have no problem scoring against them. They have struggled to run the ball, and they have struggled to protect. So, and when you couple that, Joe Flacco presents some problems with us with this arm. He can hurt us from the pocket. I get it. They've got two elite wide receivers, but let's not forget that he is 42 years old, and he's not going to hurt us the way Huntley did, because Huntley hurt us with his legs. Joe Flacco is not going to be able to do that. So we should be able to get to him where Huntley was able to get out of trouble, move around in the pocket, and they even called some running plays. I don't see them being able to do that with Flacco. We should be able to score on this team. We should be able to run on this team. And like I said before, this team's defense is a lot worse than what we saw last week. It's right on par with the Vegas Raiders and right there with the Dallas Cowboys as far as defense. Now, the secondary worries me. I want to see what the injury report looks like on tomorrow and definitely on Friday. But we should have no trouble winning this game. If by some reason the Cincinnati Bengals is able to beat us, then we might as well just mail the rest of this season in. We're done. We're cooked.
Yep. You have to split one of these games with the Ravens and the Bengals. You have to.
I mean, right now I'm looking at Cincinnati. Their defense, like you guys said, is worse than the Ravens. They are 31st in total yards, 30th in rushing. No, 30th in passing, 32nd in rushing. To me, we need to run the ball the same as we did against the Ravens. But for whatever reason, we just got away from it. I don't understand why we got away from it, but...
And for the Jets to come out and beat the Bengals by 1 point, Bears show damn well about to beat better.
Yes.
About to tear up the Bengals.
Yes.
They gave up 39 points to the Jets.
There's no way in hell.
Hell, they had just was talking about, you had the owner of the Jets throwing Justin Fields on the bus, talking about his negative, the percentage, passing percentage. Yep. And if the Jets can drop 39 points on you, we damn sure better be able to.
Yeah, if we lose to the Bengals, the Justin Fields truthers will be. But unfortunately, I have a bad feeling we're going to lose this one.
I was happy for Justin, and really that was the Breece Hall game. But you talk trash about a guy, you come out to prove it. He came out and he proved he played decent enough for them to win, and as a team they were a little wounded. We're still coming in feeling fairly good about ourselves, and I know that the Ravens defense was bad and the Bengals defense, they're both bad. The offense has to wake up if we're going to win this game, and I'm leaning Bengals.
How do we stop Flacco and those two wide receivers? Because we can't pressure a quarterback. Joe Flacco is still good enough to get those wide receivers to ball. And they're going to be a problem in space.
Cincinnati's offensive line is not elite. They had trouble protecting Joe Burrow when he was back there. They definitely going to have a hard time protecting 42-year-old Joe Flacco, who's damn near. He's only a heartbeat away from being a standing statue. For God's sake.
But can we get to him?
We should be able to get to him.
Oh, yeah.
We should be able to get to him. But, Zay Brown is a decent running back, but they have no business running the ball on us. None. We should be able to shut that run and make them one-dimensional. And if you're able and when they're going to throw the ball, and you ain't got to worry about Flacco's escaping the pocket and hurting you with his legs like Huntley did, like Lamar Jackson certainly would have been able to, like what we saw when we played, Daniels. How many times did he get out of the pocket and cause us problems? We don't have that issue this Sunday with Flacco. We just don't. The guy is slow as syrup.
I know he is.
We should be putting him on his butt a lot this game.
You forgetting too. You got Edmonds and Edwards right there. They're not gonna let that. They're not gonna make it easy. They don't make it easy. I'm not saying they're top and blue, top linebackers, but they sure in the hell don't make it easy. They all over the place. Edmonds, he can catch a ball. So, we can't, we can't we can't down talk our defense, even though we missing some players. We still got a great system back there that DA is putting together with the defense. So they
Yeah, I
going
expect us to
Cincinnati
be able
got
to
to
get
fight.
to him. I really do.
Yeah,
His jersey should definitely get dirty a lot Sunday.
yeah. And then Brisker coming off the edge.
I mean, I
So
think we win for sure if Browning starts. You know, it's kind of like the last game. We don't know if Flacco's going to start. He's listed as 50-50 due to his joint in his shoulder.
So he'll play.
If Browning plays, I think we got it for sure because he's been horrible. He's been a horrible backup quarterback. That's why they traded for Flacco. But if Flacco plays, it worries me a lot because he's just good enough to get the ball to those guys. And I just, I mean, it is in Chicago, but man, it's just.
they haven't really beat anybody. Who did they beat?
They beat Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, but Pittsburgh, their defense is suspect. I'm not going to lie. Their defense is a little suspect in that second.
Actually, we're wrong. We are dead wrong. The game is in Cincinnati.
Is it in Cincinnati?
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
That makes a huge difference.
Not to me, it don't.
So they beat the Browns and the Jags. They were 2-0, and then I don't know when the Burrow injury happened, and then they beat the Steelers. And that's it. They've lost to some pretty.
Those Cincinnati fans don't think they're going anywhere. They ain't gonna be that hyped. They won't be that hyped in that stadium.
I mean, it just worries me. No pass rush, elite wide receivers with a banged up secondary. We're signing a guy off the street.
When you say no pass rush, let's not forget we were just lauding a pass rush a game ago of being able. We saw sweat sightings and what we know that they can do it. That's part of the reason why we've been so critical because they didn't do it Sunday and they had absolutely no reason why they didn't show up. But they showed up the week before. We know that they're capable of doing it. They just didn't do it Sunday. And I don't know if it's because they just thought they was going to show up and is going to be able to chalk up a win because Jackson wasn't playing. I don't know. But we do know that they're capable. And so there's no reason to fear a 42-year-old human statue in the pocket with no run game.
He's not
We should whoop their ass on Sunday.
We do have interior pass rush. We don't have much on the outside other than Sweat occasionally, and their offensive line is probably a little bit worse than Baltimore's, but I don't know.
It's right there with the Jets. I mean, isn't that part of the reasons why Burrow got hurt? He keeps getting hit behind that line. And they're another team who refuses to address their O-line problem. They're really the only other. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you and tell you that their wide receivers ain't badasses. They are, but their defense has been bad, and that's with Erickson, and we wanted him, and they still got a bad defense. He's not even 100%.
No,
what are we
he's
worried
nicked
about?
Up too. That's
What are we worried
our
about?
offensive
we
line
should whoop this team by double digits.
Our offensive line is considerably better than their defensive line.
Jets put up 39 points, and the Jets lost to the Panthers.
Thank you. We should hand them out an ass whooping on Sunday.
And if they don't, I mean, like you said, Clarence, and if the Bears don't,
if we don't beat them,
it's done.
Let's just forget about it. Let's just hang up the jerseys, get them clean, and let them stay there for the rest of the season. If we can't beat this team,
do we think Stevenson's playing?
It's day to day. It's probably gonna be a game time decision on Stevenson. It's gonna be a game time on Flacco.
He came out limited, so I mean that's a good sign. That's somewhere. He's getting somewhere.
We probably won't know.
In practice today, and this is not even the day.
Yeah, and it's Wednesday.
The next 2 days is the telltale for practice.
He's gonna kind of have to play. If he can play at all, he needs to play.
So Todd, kick us off. What are your final thoughts about Chicago Bears before we sign off tonight?
I think they need to step it up. I mean, I don't know. I was pretty disappointed in the overall effort, and they need to come out hungry and act like they want to win. If we can get this, like I said, any road win's a good win. So they just need, They need to come out firing on all cylinders and beat a team that they're better at most positions. And I don't know. I was a little disgusted after Sunday, so a little down on them.
I'm down on them too. Arthur, what do you? And thank you for joining us tonight, by the way. And what are your final thoughts about our Chicago Bears?
2 things: penalties,
Yep.
red zone.
Yep.
Yeah.
Penalties.
Yep. That's
red
what cost
zone.
us.
Fix it. Penalties, red zone. Fix it. That's it. Just all you gotta do is fix that. Enough of the false starts. This ain't pee-wee football. Let's get it together. Let's fix it. Let's go beat the Bengals.
And my final thoughts, as always, thank you for watching us. You can find us on Twitch, X, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. We just got to win. If we lose, I think it will get ugly very quickly. I mean, we shouldn't have lost to Baltimore, and we definitely should not lose to Cincinnati, especially if Flacco does not play. If we lose to Browning, another third-string quarterback, it will get ugly very quickly in the city of Chicago. So, Chicago Clarence, I know you're pissed off. I know you're taking blood pressure medication. What are your final thoughts?
This is a game that Caleb Williams has got to show up. Point blank, period. Even though it's on the road, you're going up against a bad defense, and you get another chance against a bad defense that you should be able to make plays against. You have got to show up and put points on the board against this team. I am looking, just like Arthur said, I'm looking out for penalties. We need to get our act together on that. And we didn't touch on it, but this was another game this past Sunday where the referees have got blinders on when it's time to make a call in our favor. Because that third down play with DeAndre Hopkins grabbing the face mask and pulling him away and it not get called is inexcusable. Yes. And you can say all you want to say about, ref, he get bad calls. It's bullshit. Every single week we have had a pivotal call go against us, and when it's time for them to make a call in our favor, they act like they didn't see it. I'm tired of it. Ben Johnson needs to lose his mind on them, and he needs to start calling them out. Even if you got to incur a fine because it's happening too often against us. But we got to help our own cause. We got to clean up these pre-snap penalties, like Arthur said. It's ridiculous to have 11 penalties. 11?
For 79
and some of them, we got illegal motion on a damn kickoff, on a punt. Really? Come on, man. Attention to detail. These are millions we talking about. Show up and show out on Sunday. Let's get this win. Let's do to the Bengals what just about every other team is doing against them. Put them in their place, and we need to get a dub. I see you guys Sunday at the bar.
Yep. All right. Peace out, man. Again, thank you, Arthur, for joining us. Thank you, everybody. Until next time, bear down. Get the win.
Bear down. Go Blue Jays.
Bears.